What's up guys, Philip here, and I'm back in the garage today to talk to you guys about a football bar that does not get too much love or exposure, and that is the football bar from Edge Fitness Systems. Let's talk about it a little bit. So the slim football bar from Edge Fitness Systems is actually the bar right up here behind me. It is a football bar that is about 81 inches in length. It has a black powder coat over its entirety, and it has 3 sets of angled grips. It is made in the USA, and it is about 30 pounds total in weight. Now, it is a very aesthetic bar. I know looks are not everything, but it looks pretty great while it's hanging out in the rack, or if it's in the gun rack on standby. So next I want to talk about a few pros and cons of this football bar, starting with the first pro, and that is that this bar is rock solid. I have pressed 3 plates with this bar multiple times, and I've had buddies who have come over and worked out with me and pressed 3 plates out of it. In addition, I have thrown it in the rack to do bodyweight rows with my 260 pound self, and this bar has not flinched at all. It has pretty welds, and it's just overall constructed very solidly. So I'm not even going to talk about a weight limit for this bar. Just know that if you do get this bar, it is a very, very well built football bar, and it feels great in your hands. It feels incredibly robust and sturdy. So moving on to my second pro, even though this football bar is rock solid, it doesn't have to be overly bulky to do it. It actually is advertised as having handles that are about 3 inches shorter than its typical competitor, and that kind of makes it a smaller, neater package, if you will. It is not overly bulky, and it is just more of a joy to use. You don't feel like it's so overwhelmingly big, and that's something that I absolutely love about it. So moving on to my third pro, since it's so small, it's actually very, very versatile. It does not have a camber in it, so it is balanced if you want to do skull crushers or bicep curls if you want to. In addition, that smaller handle length actually adds to the range of motion that you can get for this football bar. So it is actually feasible and comfortable to do curls and skull crushers with it. In addition to that, the handles are angled, which I absolutely love because that means you get 3 widths of a pronation or overhand grip, if you will, but you can just as easily flip the bar around and get 3 widths of an underhand grip, or a supination, if you will. And I really like that because I enjoy doing reverse grip bench, but my wrists will not take a full supination. So this bar kind of puts them more in that position, but it is still way comfortable on your wrists. So the fact that it doesn't have a camber and it's so small makes it really realistic and comfortable to use for just a greater variety of exercises than your typical football bar. So with the good comes the bad, and that leads me to my first con, which is that the handles for this bar are not knurled. They are a textured black powder coat. I would like to see them knurled, but it really hasn't been that big of a problem for me. I know people go crazy over knurling, but if it bothers you that much, you can throw some skateboard grip tape on it and it'll be good as new. Now moving on to my second con for this bar, and that is the fact that the sleeves on this bar are powder coated in a black powder coat. I would like to see a chrome sleeve or something that will hold up a little bit better over time. And as a matter of fact, one of the sleeves on my bar has started scratching quite a bit. So I would say that's the second con and probably my biggest con for this bar. So that's going to about wrap up my review and thoughts of the Edge Fitness Slim Football Bar. I would highly recommend it based on the craftsmanship that's exhibited in its build, along with the unique characteristics that it holds over its competitors. If you have any other football bars that you like or any other experiences you would like to share, drop them down in the comments below. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll catch you guys later.